What's going on, guys? KDG here, back with another video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, with the recent release of her Lost Chapter, I wanted to talk about Final Fantasy XIV's Alisaie. Since her Lost Chapter has been live for about half a day since the recording of this video, I'm sure many of you guys are finding this character is pretty complicated to use in comparison to the other characters that we have in the game. With that being said, though, Alisaie is a very fun character to use once you figure out how her abilities work. So first things first, did some research on this Dissidia DB. Thanks, Ren, for the work that you do for the community, by the way. Your website is awesome. So Alisaie excels in her attack, initial, and max brave, and her speed. So looking at the stats with the table that was provided, at her level 70, her base stats are HP 4,716, initial brave 2,471, max brave 4,140, attack 860, and defense 837. So depending on the gear that you have for her, if you decide to summon for her, and the passes that you guys equip, same thing with the artifact passes, you know, it will make her max values vary in each of those categories. So looking at Alisaie's initial kit before reworks in the crystal passes, this is what she does. So Alisaie's kit, for one thing, it revolves around white mana and black mana, and works best if you use her skills in rotation to unlock her more powerful version of her skills. So her skill one, Verero, which is a wind magic brave attack that has a high turn rate and increases her white mana count by 2 and becomes Verstone after its use. So Verstone is an earth magic brave plus HP attack which increases the white mana use by 3, and it also grants Alisaie 1 turn of dual cast. Her skill 2, which is a Verthunder, is a thunder magic brave attack that has a high turn rate and increases her black mana by 2 and becomes Verfire after its use. So Verfire is a fire magic brave plus HP attack which increases her black mana count by 3 and also gives Alisaie 1 turn of dual cast. So what is dual cast? When dual cast is active, it allows Alisaie to not consume a use count and gives Alisaie a high turn rate of her next ability. That's pretty much what it is, okay? Once Alisaie has white and black mana greater than 0, she will then grant herself Enchanted Repose, which replaces her HP attack function. Enchanted Repose is a magic brave plus HP attack that reduces her white mana and black mana by 1. She can use this attack until one or both white mana and black mana values have been reduced to 0. Okay, so the object of this right here is you want to build up her white mana and her black mana all the way up to 7. 7 is being the max that you can have. Okay, and although you can use Enchanted Repose up to 4, I believe, before it turns into Enchanted Redoublement. That's just another way that you can use HP attacks, basically do a little bit of extra damage right there. All right, so moving on. When Alisaie has both white and magic and black mana greater than 4, she grants herself Enchanted Redoublement, like I said earlier, and just like Enchanted Repose, it becomes her HP attack. So Enchanted Redoublement is a 3-hit magic brave plus HP attack that has a high turn rate and grants herself max brave up for 6 turns. It then reduces Alisaie's white and black mana by 5 once you use it. Okay. Now we're getting to her level 55 and level 16. This is where her rework starts coming in right here. And this is truly where she shines, in my opinion. So we're going to start off right here with the Crystal level 54 passive ability. Before it was called Mighty Enchanted Redoublement, which slightly increases the brave damage dealt with Enchanted Redoublement. So after the adjustment, it's called Buffed Attack. And the description is moderately raises attack with active buffs. The slight brave damage increase dealt with Enchanted Redoublement before adjustment is now applied as part of her Thunder extension and further boosted. So that's great. I mean, it's already pretty boosted right now in her rework, but this right here just kind of gives her a little bit of extra boost to go along with it. So now we're going to be looking at her Crystal level 55 passive ability. Before the adjustment, it was called Verero Extension, which gave her, when using Verero for Stone, a slight brave damage boost. And upon using Enchanted Redoublement, Verero Verstone became Verholy. And Verholy is a powerful magic brave attack plus HP attack, which increases her white mana by 4, up to 7 is the limit. Becomes Verstone after use and returns Verflare to the ability before using Enchanted Redoublement. All right. So after the adjustment, her Crystal level 55, she received 2 extra uses of Verero. She also received 8 turns of max brave up at the start of the quest. When using Verero, her brave attack hit becomes 3 with a slight increase in cumulative brave damage. She also triggers an additional HP attack after use. And when using Verstone, brave attack becomes 3 and largely increases cumulative brave damage. It does not add to the turn count, but it does consume a turn during the summoning and support state phases. So after using Enchanted Redoublement, Verarrow Verstone becomes Verholy, which is a 4-hit Magic Brave plus HP attack that has 120% of overflow. It also grants Alisaie a high turn rate and increases the white mana by 4 and becomes Verstone after its use. Alright, so moving on to level 60 passive. It's going to be Verthunder Extension. When using Verthunder Verfire, slight Brave damage boost. Upon using Enchanted Redoublement, Verthunder Verfire becomes Verflare. And Verflare is a powerful fire magic brave attack, HP attack. Increases the black mana by 4, limit 7, just like Verarrow. Becomes Verfire after use, and returns Verholy to ability before using Enchanted Redoublement. So after the adjustment, okay, at Crystal level 60, Alisaie receives 2 extra uses of Thunder. And when using Thunder, her Brave attack hit becomes increased to 3 with a slight boost of cumulative Brave damage. It also triggers an additional HP attack after its use and has a high turn rate. When using Verfire, Brave attack hit becomes 3 with a large increase in cumulative Brave damage. It does not add to the turn count, just like Verstone, with the exception to summoning or using support characters. When using Enchanted Redoublement, it provides a tremendous Brave damage boost, and a stolen Brave may exceed Brave up to 150%. It gives max Brave duration plus 2 and increases white and black mana cost by 1. So that's pretty good. And after using Enchanted Redoublement, Verthunder Verfire becomes Verflare, which is a 4-hit fire magic plus HP attack. It also provides up to 120% overflow. It has a high turn rate and increases the black mana by 4. It will become Verfire after use, and Verholy will return to the skill it was beforehand. Okay? So one thing to remember, since we're talking about Verflare, is that her skill 2 will become Verflare after using Enchanted Redoublement, and Verholy will be there as well, okay? So if you decide to use either of those skills, for either Verholy or Verflare, whichever one that you did not use will go back to its original, not the original, but it'll go back to its previous form. So if you use Verarrow and now it's at Verstone, and then you use Enchanted Redoublement, and now you're using Verflare, well, guess what? Verholy is going to go back to Verstone, okay? That's kind of way to kind of remember it. Whatever skill you didn't use, once it gets increased to its 3rd tier, it'll go back to whatever tier it was previously, okay? All right. So, looking at Alisaie's EX weapon, as you guys saw, I did pull it in my previous video. Kind of go back to her career. I haven't done her event yet either, guys, so taking my time as it is. So looking at Alisaie's EX, which provides her with a Jolt 2 combo, it's a 3-hit Brave plus HP attack that increases white mana and black mana by 2. It extends the dual cast by 1 turn and gives her an instant turn rate and does not add to the turn count. So her EX has a normal recast speed, so it's pretty good. Provides her a free turn after its use. I mean, you can't beat that. It's pretty good EX, and it's pretty normal. It doesn't take forever to use, and you don't really kind of burn through her skills and all that good stuff. So looking pretty good for her. I like it. So that's gonna be Alisaie's rework in a nutshell right there. Kind of went through it kind of quickly. I know she did a lot. Okay, so I mean, you have to play with her a little bit to kind of get used to how things work. But once you figure her out, like I said, she becomes a really fun character to use. And right now, I just tested mine just in the party that I took when I went and did the EX version of the raid, the Atlas raid, and she was putting up numbers. And she's only at level 61 for Crystal Passive and level 60, so she's putting up numbers. So I can't really hate on her for anything right now. Since she is one of the first level 70 characters that we do currently have, I'm thinking about putting some crystals into her just because she's gonna be needed until we get other characters that can hold their own in the level 70 era. I do know people are like, oh, you probably should save. We have more characters coming out in the next couple weeks, which that is true. But at the same time, I'm gonna give her a chance because I see the potential she has there, and she's pretty fun to use. Like I said, it kind of changes up the game a little bit for me. Kind of just using, oh, you got your Brave and HP attack, cool, but you don't have any other mechanic that comes along with it, and she brings something new to the table, so definitely like it. All right, guys, this is gonna wrap up the video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you guys are new here, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button for notifications of my next video. I've been KDG. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.